So today I'm going to be using Kali, Linux, and Armitage to hack a Windows 7 machine. Okay, so I have my two machines, Windows 7 and Kali. I have my IP address right here, and then this is Metasploit, which we're going to connect Armitage with. So that's the Armitage app right there, so I'm just going to click on that. It's going to say connect. Click yes. Okay, so now I'm going to go through and scan everything in my network. So I'm going to put the ranges. I'm just going to put what they have here, scan the entire range. I have some things here because I've done it already before, so. Okay, that'll just take a couple minutes. All right, so now this is the IP that I'm going to look for. So you can come through the computers here and it shows the icons of what operating system they're using. And that's the computer I want. It has the same IP address. So I'm going to type in the exploit I want to use, which is this one right here. Now this one, like I said in the intro, is mostly going to exploit the recursive method that's in C++, and some things are going to get deleted and going to be overridden because the thing about recursion is you don't know how much space it's going to take up. So it's a little bit dangerous to use in certain situations where like a for loop or something is, you know how much space in RAM you may need, where recursion just sort of is huge. All right, so it's going to give me this IP right here. And now what you could do is you could send this to the person you're attacking in like a link, and you would say, click on this for a free Starbucks or something like that. And they would click on it. It would load this link I'm about to type in into their browser, and then we have access to their machine. Okay. So now if I come over here, you can see that that PC is all red and lightning bolts all around it, which is pretty cool. And I pretty much can do anything I want now. So let's just look at some of the stuff I have access to here. So let's look at some files. So right here, super secret stuff. No, not so secret. And this is just like a temporary access, so you could use this to install a rootkit. I have access to all the files, pretty much do whatever you want. So now I'm just going to type some stuff here and show you something else that's pretty cool. So I can come in here and I can take a screenshot. Yeah, the bank statement's not that private anymore, even if I can't see your password. I also have access to command line, so pretty much everything in your computer, even all the way down to all the files and all the Windows files and program files. So yeah, that was easier than it should have been. Okay, so let me explain a little bit of the code behind this exploit and what's going on. I think I might have said earlier that it's using a stack vulnerability, but it's actually using a heap vulnerability and a recursive method, which I talked about with a CSS import and C++ objects. I'll be attaching this page in the comments, so if you want to follow any of these links or references, feel free to do that and look up some other cool stuff that are on these websites. So the first website I'm going to show you is the exploit database. This is pretty cool because it goes into all the code that you can actually see. You can see what's going on. If you're ever interested in writing one of your own or something along those lines, it's pretty neat. Another website I really like is this one. This is pretty good for finding all the references that I showed you and all the different links you can go to and look at. It shows you what platforms it's vulnerable on and all of that kind of stuff. So here is what I was saying about it's using the Microsoft's HTML engine, and what's going to happen is this exploits that recursive method right there in CSS import. So what recursion does is it keeps calling itself, and because it does that, it keeps taking up more and more space in memory as it continues to call itself and save all of these variables that it's creating, because it has to store that until it works its way back up, because it's going to use all of those. Sort of like factorial. Most people do the first recursive method is factorials. And then we have CVE, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of exploits on here as well, and you can look them all up. They also have links to the Exploit DB website, which we were just on. So Microsoft has some stuff on their website as well about this particular vulnerability. You can go check it out there. There is patches for this one, but there's still a lot of machines that are vulnerable. Well, I hope you guys found that interesting, or at least fun to watch. If you have any questions, please just leave them in the comments, and see you later. Bye.